Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching the Dorkening. My name is Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have a kick-ass show for you today. And as always, Brandon, how's it going?
Oh, shit, I'm up first. Hey, hey, everybody. It's you people out there, like you listeners and viewers, you don't understand. We literally have no idea where Leo is going to start. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. It's no like, oh, I'll go clockwise this week, counterclockwise this week. Like, if it were, like, oh, I'll go triangular, I'll go rectangular. If a shape could be applied to this logic, it would be fucked up and gone. Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, you're going to have a great time with us tonight, because we're going to have a good time regardless.
Oh, hell yeah. Jar Jar.
Hey, as Brandon was saying, you have no idea when you're going to be shown, and I got one more group to share to. And hold on one second. How's it going, everybody? Glad to see you. Damn. All right, I'm there. All right. Hey.
Yo.
Hey, everybody. I had a feeling it was going to be me next. Only two more people it could be, so
Hey,
my chances were good.
Steven.
Well, you saved the award-winning podcast for last, so
Stop it. No bragging.
Why? Who's announced after you?
I don't know. No one?
Yes, Steve won. So what do you win, Steve?
Well,
Tell
I
us
don't
what
know.
you won.
I did. I won an award fucking finally after 6 years.
I'm
But I
sure
don't know.
you should do that in the speech when you accept it. Fucking finally.
I'm not
To all of
paying.
my friends, family, and detractors.
No, I'm not
It's
paying
about fucking time.
paying $135 for a dinner at an award ceremony. I'm just going to tell them just mail the award to me.
Yeah, I mean, hold on, wait. You won an award, and they were like, and we'll give it to you. You show up and spend $135.
No, they're giving.
This could be yours for the
they're
low
giving.
price
They're giving
of
all the winners.
$135.
They're giving all the winners two options: pay $135 and go to the dinner and get it there, or we'll ship it to you if you don't want to give us money because we're hurting for subscribers.
Wow, I mean, that's like straight up still better than getting a Hollywood a star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah,
because the only way you get a star on the Walk of Fame is because you
So
you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
No,
It's like when
I'm
you
not
pony
paying
up the dough, that's when you get it. It's not like,
No, I'm not
they
paying-
finally gave him one. It's more like he finally got that GoFundMe taken care of.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Great
not.
job.
I'm not paying for it. I fucking want it. It's gonna get
Damn
mailed.
straight.
No. That's what
No,
he's saying.
we're talking about the dinner.
That's
Oh,
what
no,
he's No, he's saying it's better than that because you're
It's-
getting
yeah,
the
it's-
award without having to pay for it, unlike
Yeah.
a Walk of
Yeah,
Fame
because you
star.
fucking earned it, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, I fucking earned it.
Unlike
Yeah.
the star from the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which you earned by
Yes. Yo-Yo gets it, man. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and all of his carpenter friends.
Anyway, hello
Ain't
everyone.
the first gift.
Congratulations, Steve. Seriously, this is phenomenal.
In the NES way, congratulations.
All your base on
I was damn it. I was just up, down, down, left, right. No, that's not okay. That's not in the game. It's the controller.
So Steven, where's the dinner?
The Marriott
doesn't know.
Mystic.
Oh, Mystic Mary. Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Octagon.
Oh, I see. They're those people.
Yeah, the Mystic Mary.
$135. What does that get you? Like French fries and chicken nuggies?
Yeah.
Well, it's upscale, so it's probably they don't have that on the menu.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
So like a
Potato
truffle
wedges
Yeah.
and chicken fingers.
and a
Whatever.
truffle ketchup.
I only know because
Cats up.
I used to do their newsletter for the Octagon. It was so pompous. They
And my former boss used to work at the Octagon. So
Oh, holy shit. They had this like fancy painting there at the Octagon, and that like they threw it on all their marketing materials, and it was this I can't remember the artist that did it, but it was like, it was like a mural, and they got new owners and they just painted right over it.
Ha! Sorry.
At least they didn't take it.
That story did not end the way I thought it was going to at all. And then new people came in and they said, "Fuck that noise!" Got rid of it immediately. Like no sooner did the ink dry on the fucking deed, where they were like, "Cover that shit right now."
I was so sick of that painting too, because it was like it had to go on all their marketing materials. It was like, it was fun times. So Yo-Yo, you had something you wanted to share.
Well, it was about not something I wanted to share. It was
Okay.
a continuity thing with Obi Wan. So I don't know if you want to get into it yet.
Fuck yeah.
I haven't seen the last episode, but have we covered yet how freaking Princess Leia doesn't know Obi Wan in
Exactly
okay,
what I was
hold on,
wanting to bring up.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you.
Is that the continuity thing you were going to bring up? All right. Now, my whole deal with that at this point has been that, like, literally the second Leia and Obi-Wan were together, immediately I was just like, all right, well, clearly he's going to like Jedi mind trick weird shit to her by the end of the episode, the end of the series. Like, I feel like that's a gimme at this point. That
Jedi
they
mind
better
like,
do something, because like
at that point, in
the
least surprising news of the day, like,
I'm
sure
sitting there throughout
water
the
is still
whole
wet.
I was trying to explain it away. I'm like, well, he's calling himself Ben, so there's no way she knows he's Obi-Wan. That's it. And then they're like, Obi-Wan. I'm like, well, fuck that.
Well, yeah, I mean, they should have went that route.
What's your name? My name is Ken Wanobi.
Wanobi.
Now, we've never met before, have we?
Or they could have just called him
parlor magician.
They could have called him like,
Obi
2.
Yeah, Obi 2.
Obi 2. Obi twice.
Same story.
Okay, so
the issue with what you were saying, Brandon, though, is she's already shown that she's resistant against people trying to get in her mind.
Yeah, but she's also got a brain the size of like fucking lime. She's a fucking tiny human. Yeah. He's got years of training in the Force, regardless of the fact he's been doing his utmost to not use it. Like, he knows how to use it. She doesn't.
Well, I have to say...
And I don't think they're going to necessarily go... and I can't stress enough, I don't really have a problem at all with...
And when the hell did they pull an R2 out of the sand?
But I don't think that they're going to, like, make it so that Leia, especially that young, is going to be, like, so powerful that she would be able to resist a trained Jedi master.
She already resisted one Jedi.
Not Obi-Wan, though. Wait, who else did she resist?
Riva.
Yeah.
Yep. Not a Jedi. Not a Jedi.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Well, she's definitely was a youngling.
Yeah, she was a youngling, but I wouldn't call her a Jedi.
Well, she's.
So we know that her training was
she's trained to use the Force.
Yeah, but if her training was continued, do you think it was continued by the Jedi or the Sith?
It
Point
probably
taken, which is why I said that. Yeah, but she is trained.
Is the Grand Inquisitor, like, does he use the Force and shit like that? I don't know. Does he? Is he a Force user?
He seems to be dead right now, which is weird too.
Well, I mean, like the guy that she took out, like whatever muckety muck he was supposed to be.
I think
like,
he has some Force powers, because I believe that's why he looks the way he does. Because
I don't know. I just don't see the Sith
kind of.
I don't see the Sith swooping in and like doing all the shit they did with, like, I got 66 orders and the Sith ain't one. But, like, I don't see them taking that shit like all over the place, and then if people do survive, like, there's going to be a lot of folks getting trained up by Jedi at that point.
Yeah, but they established that that's what happened. Some of them started.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, look at how young she was, and look at how many Jedi like did a straight up rendition of Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. And who's gonna train this girl?
Yeah, and they said she was like found in the streets, like in the gutters.
Yeah, she was a street tough, like
Yeah.
the Artful Dodger from Oliver.
Street rat.
Yeah.
I don't
Well-
want that.
Yeah, she's Aladdin from Disney.
So we don't want to spoil this week's episode. I saw it out of the corner of my eye, so I still need to go back and watch it. But what I saw was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Really?
Except for the one thing I'm gonna say, which like is absolutely stupid. It's like, so there's something they need to do that's extremely important, and then they leave Leia to fix it. This little 10-year-old kid.
I wouldn't classify it as leaving her to do it.
Well,
I mean,
not leaving it or
it was
do
a-
it, but like
It's
like-
a very high anxiety, tense, panicky situation altogether for a
Yeah.
mass of people. So I can kind of see, especially since most of the folks in that situation didn't really know who the fuck she was or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I can see why a lot of people wouldn't have given any thought to that at all, especially not knowing what this little girl was up to.
But like, how could she do what she needed to do?
Well, that's one of the things about the Skywalkers and the Force, insofar as their innate ability through those things, like to, well, this isn't a spoiler, to be able to handle technology very well, very adeptly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's at this point shown to be like a genetic trait.
Okay.
They're all pretty gifted in that regard.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Fine. Fuck it.
Come on,
Oh,
bring some other shit up. Let me knock some other shit
By the
up.
way, the
Okay.
other thing on Star Wars, did you guys hear that Taiki Waititi? Did I say it even close to right?
Taika Waititi.
Thank you. How Brandon said it. I'm gonna say it wrong every time. But I
Sorry,
hear he's
that's mean.
taking over the Star Wars story after the Skywalkers. No more Skywalkers, and Brandon
Taika Waititi.
is writing and going to compose our next stories.
I hope everybody in all of the movies speak with New Zealand accents,
That would be great.
except for Boba Fett.
And that takes place on Tatooine.
Good
Yes.
fucking luck, Tamora Morrison. No, not just a flat Midwestern accent. I want you to sound like you're from Georgia. Do it.
Well, that'd be interesting. I know it's a far ways off, and like we're talking what, like 2024, 2025.
Probably 26s, 27s. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
love
man,
more Star Wars.
I absolutely can wait.
Unless we're all underwater by then,
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
By land,
I-
inland.
I've been watching this show, and quite frankly, I'm watching Obi Wan Kenobi because I did like Ewan McGregor as the younger Obi Wan in the prequels trilogy. Like, he was one of the few excellently made choices for that series of movies. And I don't mind actually all the stuff that's dealing with him and how he's trying to help Bail Organa. But I really don't give a shit about Darth Vader in this at all.
Really?
Like, I find it more. I think Darth Vader in this especially would have been better served to be a little bit more of a background character, like a looming presence.
I did think that, though I enjoyed it, I thought bringing him in, those two into fight on the third episode, I was like, wow, are they shooting their load right here? Like,
well, I don't want to say anything.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I feel that there was more that they could have done story-wise, character development and progression-wise for Reva, and the chase for Obi-Wan and him trying to help,
actually
save
would-
and protect Leia.
enjoy more of a backstory on Reva, because, like,
Yeah.
to know of her coming up through the streets probably would have been kind of a cool backstory they could have done throughout this.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, there
But-
definitely could have been more character development. I do have to say personally how I feel with Vader and how they intertwine, flashbacks and whatnot. I started to see Vader as Anakin, more as not just like James Earl Jones's voice, but like Anakin underneath that, like how he would actually be talking and whatnot like that, and it actually made him for me more fearsome.
Yep.
Like I'm finding Darth Vader like a hell of a lot
Menacing.
scarier.
Well, I have to say the way he just in the episode came through snapping necks and stuff. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's
even that kid and
yeah,
yeah.
that's some fucking anger there.
yeah.
And you see
he
it in
lets the
Rogue
hate
One
flow
also.
through him.
Yes.
Yeah.
was your
So,
hatred?
so the other nitpicky thing I'm going to say about this week's episode without saying too much is weird towards the end. One thing like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Cool. I don't continue.
Jar Jar Binks shows up.
Okay. Where'd the second ship come from?
Oh,
They made it.
I don't fucking know. I don't listen. I cannot stress
See,
how like,
Yoda. brought it
not
up.
seriously I am taking this show. It's not. I'm not looking at it like a joke or anything, but I cannot help but like be worried about anything I'm fucking seeing in this series. I've seen A New Hope. I have a fair idea of how this shakes out by the final episode.
Oh yeah, totally. But I mean, we're still enjoying the ride.
The
but
stakes have never been stakier, I guess.
and friggin' Yoda, these friggin' YouTubers.
Yoda.
Point,
What?
no,
What the fuck happened?
Okay, these friggin' YouTubers need to stop because one of them I saw, I was watching, and he's like pointing out something in the background, and he's like, "Look, it's Baby Yoda's crib or Grogu's crib, like just sitting there in the background, all closed and like left aside. Like, what? No.
Where was this? What?
It was
In
like
what scene?
I think like the second episode. It was like when they were loading up some. It was like when they made it to the rebel base.
These fucking people are making sandwiches without bread.
Yeah.
You gotta be
It
kidding
couldn't
me.
be that Grogu's carrier was possibly a carrier of some other kind. If,
What the
say,
fuck?
this carrier was in this, but
Yeah.
like,
How about like maybe it's not even what
probably
you
a
maybe it's not even what you think it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's probably a
It's a
carrier
fucking
for a
laundry
weapon or
basket.
something like that, or something stupid.
Oh, that's the trash can there.
Might have needed an extra for the fucking.
That's their
Fill up the
laundry
room.
droid. That's their laundry droid.
Yeah.
They throw their dirty laundry in that droid and it closes up over it so it can bring it down to the laundromat, clean it for them, and then
God
bring
damn
it
it,
back.
Peru.
But I mean, I could see Baby Yoda going through what they call like the path, their underground railroad for Jedis. It's but to say like, oh, that's Grogu's crib, like in the background, like, why is it just sitting
Yeah,
there?
not everything is a mystery waiting to be solved.
No. And the
No.
baby needs to eat. Why he's stacked with everything else. Like, just stupid. shit.
Yeah, fucking I fucking hate when people start doing that. Everybody suddenly turns into fucking Shaggy and they're looking for Scoob to help them find the next clue. Like Zoinks, man. I think that was his crib. Rami Boo. No. Watch the show. Shut up. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Yeah. So Miss Marvel, anybody catch the first episode?
I've
I'm
actually
caught
caught
up
the
on
first
both.
two. Yeah.
I've only watched the opening scene so far. I'm waiting for my kid to watch the whole thing, but I really like the song in the beginning, so I've watched the opening scene like 5
Oh
times.
man, wait till you get
where
to the
she's-
actual episode. You're in for a real treat.
Oh man, it looks great. Like the whole comic that she does on the beginning. I'm
caught
like,
up on
"This looks-
both.
My kid's gonna love it.
I think both episodes so far. I really like what they're doing. Especially like, obviously you'll know what I'm talking about for those who've seen the first episode. The little what is it? Backgrounds, you see like the little
like when they're texting, you see like the emojis and stuff like that.
I love that.
And the little drawings and everything. It's just it's like it's like visually beautiful. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I also just like the sort of the symbolism for how those types of interactions and messages that we're dealing with, especially younger generations, just a constant barrage. So it actually does become part of what it is you're doing at the time, all of the time. So to see how it populates the area, the space around them in such a way that it signifies their just constant connection to it, but also gives us the information we need for that interaction. It's, in fact, I think so clever that for anybody else to attempt to do something in that vein moving forward will be seen as a bit of a copycat for the ideas used in this show so far.
Another thing that they're doing that's clever is the culture that the main character and the family and everything is, that is really clever. I like that.
It's awesome. I mean, I think it's great that the main actress, is it Aman
Vellani?
Is it Aman Vellani? Okay, I wanted to make sure I was saying it. I couldn't remember if it was Iman or not, but Iman Vellani, that she has been like a Marvel Comics kid for a very long time, and she was a genuine and just gigantic Ms. Marvel fan, and she actually dressed as Ms. Marvel for Halloween just a few years ago with a homemade costume and everything, and now she's actually playing the character in the Disney Plus show, setting up for her to join the MCU in the movies as well. That's
if
awesome.
That doesn't show you representation matters.
Well, even more. Did you hear she was having arguments with Kevin Feige?
No.
Outstanding. Good for her. I love this girl. Like she's a cool kid. Honestly, like
that's great.
She's smart and she's funny and she's adorable. Like
apparently
she's awesome.
Apparently, she was arguing with him about whether the MCU is a 616 or not. And she's like, it can't be the 616 because they,
I agree with her.
I do too. Like they're calling it the 616 is complete BS, but you can't fight the movie makers.
Yeah,
she has to. Tom
just said that he hopes by the season finale, Captain Marvel makes a cameo. I disagree that that would be good though. I really think that Ms. Marvel should really be a show about her. And if it is a cameo, it should only be something it should be in a stinger.
Yeah.
It should not be part of like the proper story, like the end of that particular.
Well, there needs to be a connection though, because she's going to be in the Marvels.
Yeah,
you can make all kinds of connections without that happening in the show, though.
Right.
If Samuel L. Jackson showed up for some reason?
But I agree with Brandon. If she appeared as a stinger to, set up the Marvel, then that would be good, because that would be their way of,
It's a fantastic show so far. I'm really enjoying it. More so than
I've been
Ken Wanobi or whatever the fuck his name was.
Ken Uomi?
No, I've been surprised.
Ken Wanobi.
In all the comic book groups, I haven't heard anything like crazy bad about it.
I saw one guy last week complain about the beginning of it. He was like, "Oh, they were playing some pop music or whatever, blah blah blah, over the whole Marvel Studios thing," and I just shut it off. And we were all like, "So you made it 18 and a half seconds into the introduction from Marvel Studios to the show because it was playing a different song than the orchestral stuff that you're used to from Avengers and Endgame and all that happy horse shit. You judged the entire episode. It's absolutely crap. I hope you didn't do this. You just didn't walk out of the movie theater when you watched like Thor Ragnarok, considering they started playing fucking music right over the goddamn beginning at Marvel Studios. Same exact thing. I hope this dude stood up and was like, "This is bullshit," and then just like threw his popcorn down and walked over. Fuck this place.
Pop music on this. This is.
I'm sure he probably did the same thing for Endgame because they did.
I'm about to say that same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm sure he didn't.
Yeah.
He was just looking for a reason to dislike it because everybody else was just like, "You're out of your fucking mind, bro." Like,
Yeah. I've
this
not heard
show is
even
really
the
good.
normal, regular people that are out there going, "Oh, yeah." I haven't heard anything bad. People are like, "This is fun. This is a great show." So
there are
Yeah,
still
I'm
plenty
glad
of
for it.
people that are trying to come at it and pick apart MCU and Phase 4 and everything. It's like, you know
Well,
what? How about I think
you're
this might
always gonna
be like
have that crowd. But
it's like a foreign concept to some folks out there, but I was thinking like if we all just sometimes took a beat and you folks in particular who do that shit, just shut the fuck up just for a minute or two. Try it on. See how it feels. Just suck on that. See how it tastes.
It's going to be difficult for that though, because like Jeremy said, you always have that core group of people that need to find something to hate about it, like
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, the 19-year-old in my house is part of that core group. I'll be
yeah.
like, "Hey, did you watch what was the one before, or Boba Fett and stuff like that?" And he's like, "Oh no, Disney's ruined all the blah blah blah." I'm like, okay. But then when Cad Bane was on, I was like, "Yo, Cad Bane," and he, right there, and I was just like, "You've got to give this stuff a chance. Like, give this stuff a chance. It's fun. Like, why are you listening to some guy on the internet for your opinion?"
It's always like, especially with things that are trying to work long term, right, for fandoms all together. It's important for after a generation or two, like, that these new generations get their renditions of these stories and characters as well. It's only fair.
Absolutely.
And the things that you enjoy and you like about that character or that show or those characters will still always be there in the version that you fell in love with, and you can revisit that.
Oh yeah.
And that's one of the things I love when new things like based on like stuff that I enjoy come out, because there's always that excitement that it could be absolutely excellent. It might do something different that you would have never even thought of, and it's just as good, maybe not a little better than what you already like. Yeah, sure. There's also the risk of it could just, defy physics by both sucking and blowing at the same exact time.
But somebody might like it.
Isn't that, I mean, don't you want to share your fandom, like your love of a thing with people, especially if you have like fucking young versions of yourself walking around all eyes and elbows?
Perfect example is and I find it absolutely fascinating. I'm part of a Transformers community on Reddit, and like I'm definitely OG. 86 when they killed Optimus Prime. Spoiler alert.
What?
I was in the theater.
Oh, well, I guess I'm taking that off the watch list. Take it off, funny. No more Transformers the movie this weekend. Fucking finally made it 3 days away from seeing the movie. Leo goes ahead and fucking ruins it. Oh, let me guess. Fucking Hot Rod get the fucking Allspark, huh? He become the leader where they call him Rodimus Prime or something? Bro, fucking stupid. No, it's got to be better than that, though, right?
Yeah. But anyway, I'm total, like, all the Transformers I collect I only collect OG. I only collect, the stuff I had when I was a kid, stuff that means a lot to me. But, in that community, a lot of them are freaking out now. And I find it, just joyous to read that. Like, we're coming up on the 15th anniversary of Transformers #1 with Michael Bay, and they're doing a Fathom event for it.
Hey, we celebrate that now?
Apparently, and I
thought it was a day of mourning.
Well, I mean, I
oh my god, I want to give you the biggest hug
It's like music, like a bad song when I was a kid, and 20 years later, people like it. What the fuck is going
It's like
on in
mom
this world?
jeans. It's like mom
Oh
jeans.
my god, dude.
I thought
But
high-waisted jeans went out when we fucking agreed
For
that
real.
Kirstie Alley should not be wearing them, and look who's talking.
Dude, one of my
And
kids
now all of a
wears
sudden I'm
their
seeing they're all the
pants
rage
up
again.
here.
I'm
I'm
fucking like
what's going
Old
on?
Navy commercials. I'm like, you look like a grandmother.
but anyway, I mean, like I absolutely hated it. You don't give Optimus Prime lips, but you know, to hear to read
No,
all
you
these-
better not give him lips. He'll smack the shit out of you.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you don't
wait,
give a
I think
Transformers
we
balls,
mean
and they
two
gave
different
him
things.
they gave a Transformers balls 2 movies later.
I mean, a lot of us don't care for the movies, but to read like, you know, some of these that were kids then, you know, saying like it was their first Transformers movie and how much it meant to them and everything. And I can see, you know, if that was like my first Transformers movie, you know, falling in love with it, because Transformers are awesome. But, you know, for me, like I totally hating it, but to see that there's a generation that really enjoyed it, they're having a big, you know, event for it. You know, it's, you know, it's everything has its own generation, you know, just let people enjoy what they enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, just the other day, actually, I was on that very famous message board, Reddit, I believe it's French.
Yeet.
And somebody had posted a meme saying like, oh, you know, Batman v Superman was actually not that bad a movie. It's just that so many people saw the critics score and they made up their mind before they even went to go see the thing, and couldn't see that, yeah, even though it has a few flaws, which are almost the same exact ones you see in so many other movies like it, you know, they were determined to just like hate it. And I was like, listen, honestly, I think it's great that you love that movie. Like, I don't want to take that away from anybody. If you enjoyed it, then fucking who cares what anybody else says? Enjoy that thing for sure. But please don't conflate somebody disagreeing with you on the quality of the thing that you like that much with being an easily led, like, automaton who only follows numbers and doesn't form their own opinions. Like, I went into that movie very excited to see it. And I came out, and this is exactly what I said in the post. I came out of that movie feeling like I ordered an ice cold Mexican made Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. And then and I was dying of thirst. And then they brought me a
Fresca.
room temperature can of Diet Coke.
Oh,
Like, yes,
caffeine
technically
free.
you are correct. This is wet and soda-esque, and
And
I
still
can
has
use it to
Coke in the
quench my
name.
thirst in a way. But it's not what I fucking wanted or rightfully expected.
At least it wasn't a Moxie.
Mm,
Hey, Moxie, I can only
Those
drink.
are-
I can
Whew.
drink Moxie, but it has to
It
be
has to
like
be ice
seriously ice cold.
Yeah.
Like, and when I
I
say
used
ice
to drink
cold,
that at Worcester,
I would
like-
pound a can of Moxie in like 2.5 minutes. Because past that point, you may as well be drinking watered down Dimetapp. It's fucking gross. Nah. Yeah, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that people like have a tendency to think that their opinion is absolute on, and like, no, it's okay to say I think, or, you know, my feeling was, or I'm of the opinion that, you know, that's great. But when you start trying to say that everybody else is like seriously wrong because they don't think the same thing as you, nah, man, that you gotta take a step back and rethink that approach. Maybe get ready for like actual discourse instead of confrontation. You might actually find you learn some things. And I'm not talking about necessarily arguing with strangers on the internet. That's a losing battle. I get that. But just, you know, in life, because I can't imagine that some of this bleeds over into their approach about the same subject matter, person to person as well. So,
Well,
just take a breath, gang.
Yeah.
There is one thing that the combined geekdom or dorkdom has agreed upon, though, which is actually really shocking.
We
It's apparently we're all in
Did I missed the meeting, apparently.
You did, and it happened last
COVID and fucking miss everything.
You missed it. It was one day last weekend, but the consensus is in, even though the fans called for it. Morbius does suck.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, well,
Well, I
yeah,
didn't even need to watch it.
all two of the fans out there were like, "Please bring Morbius back." We were out. Everybody, all of our friends were out last weekend. That's why nobody saw it.
Yeah.
And now that Morbius is a total failure again, they're gonna Universal decide to re-release in theaters Waterworld, Cats,
Hey,
Mortal
Waterworld
Engines.
wasn't that bad.
Waterworld was dope. I love
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah.
Postman.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. Waterworld was dope.
Oh, I love. I've rewatched. I was watching it last week.
Oh, did you watch the new cut I put
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Luther?
yeah.
Okay, I haven't
The
seen it.
new cut? Wait, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They added 45 minutes.
They
of
added
footage.
how much?
10 more minutes of Kevin Costner drinking his piss. I
Wasn't
don't know.
that movie already like 2 hours and 35 minutes long or
It's
some
like
bullshit?
3 hours now.
What is this fucking Waterworld, the Snyder cut? And fucking
Oh,
3
fuck.
chapters and shit? Like, oh, finally, the origin of Gilman. Shut up. Makes me think of Dana Carvey, fucking talking like Ross Perot. Fucking making fun of Waterworld. You can't pee into a Mr. Coffee and get Taster's Choice. It's fucking weird, dude. Why wouldn't he have a machine that desalinates water, but he has one that filters his piss? There's far more chemicals in your piss. It doesn't make sense. The technology is more difficult. How do you change the filter on something like that? At what point does it stop operating well and you just like learn to live with an acceptable level of piss taste in your mouth? These are
Week 3, I'm assuming.
yeah, right. Week 3. It's only getting worse. And I'm really regretting my last meal having been grilled asparagus. Scent and taste has become an issue. Christ. So anyway,
So not a fan of
Morbius,
Waterworld.
Morbius got the big old
Yeah.
double F.
Yeah, what did they
All
make?
right.
Like 700K?
It made I saw something that was like what, like $200 a theater
Ooh.
Whoa.
for that re-release.
So that's what is it, like? We'll say $10 a ticket. So that's 20. No, that's not even 20. No, that is 20. My math's off. I'm COVID. That's 20 people to a theater. Well,
Yeah.
you know.
2 people to a theater.
Well, hey, it could have been worse. Could have only been 19. Gang. I mean, Sony right now, like, oh, they made all the memes. We thought that's what they wanted. The kids really seemed to enjoy it when he said it's Morbin time.
Oh, who knows? It might be a PlayStation 5
what?
exclusive.
Hold on, that's
He
real.
never said that in the movie. Why the fuck didn't anybody tell me that? No, I never would have approved this. Like,
It's
fucking
morbid.
hell.
I still haven't seen it.
You're
I
saving
saw somebody
yourself.
put out a meme today that I've been to the future and they had Morbius 1, 2, and 3 in hand on DVD.
The best thing about Morbius,
The best thing about waking up.
is Morbius in your cup. No, I mean the best thing I can say about it is, of all the movies that I have seen, like so far in my life, let alone this year, it is one of them. That's it. I
I've
mean,
seen
that's it. That's all I got, guys.
No.
No, yeah.
It's a movie.
So you
I've
actually
seen.
watched it?
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yeah. As one of our friends, Justin, said recently about something else altogether. He's like, "Oh, I need eye bleach."
Just about to ask. but you
Regular
used your eyes
bleach is
afterwards.
multi-purpose, kids. You don't need a special kind to fucking blind yourself after Morbius. Stuff you use in your laundry will do just fine.
No, I learned after a half of viewing of Venom that I probably wasn't gonna enjoy Morbius.
Which half did you watch, the left or the right?
The left. I really enjoy that actor too, and his name's escaping me, and I was
Tom
like,
Hardy.
yeah, and I was like, he's amazing on Peaky Blinders, and like,
So I've heard.
When he came into this, I was like, whoa, what? I mean, he's still a good actor, but like,
Yeah, no,
that
Venom
sure
and
as
Venom
hell
Let There Be
wasn't.
Carnage are as far as I'm concerned, like for me, just fucking disinteresting as hell. I really
Yeah.
didn't care. The only thing I really cared about in Let There Be Carnage was the stinger, because I knew it was gonna like connect somehow to what was going on with No Way Home, and you know, that paid off for me.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's
if
all that I saw of that.
I spoiled that for anybody, but I mean, it's a Venom movie. Like, I'm not really worried about your boos. I've seen what you cheer.
Shredder's Revenge comes out tomorrow.
Yes, and I don't know if anyone's seen the limited
Finally,
run
I
game.
will dine on turtle soup.
I don't know if anyone's seen the limited run game showcase preview, but their
Shredder.
pre-orders are going on right now. If you want to go to limitedrungames.com, you can get a physical copy of it, but there's 3 different editions. I know one of the shows on the network does everything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, also we had
Steve.
Steve Levine on last night.
Yep.
Who did the cover of one of the special editions.
And he's actually going to be a guest at Retro World Expo, which the Dorkening Podcast Network will be at. But there's 3 different editions of Shredder's Revenge that's going to be available on Limited Run Games. This is the regular standard edition, then there's the deluxe edition, and then the super deluxe edition. And each version comes with a Pizza Hut pan pizza coupon.
Why?
Where is there a Pizza
From
Hut?
like what?
Yeah.
90
That's part of the fun, Jeremy. Go fucking find one.
So
I'm like,
It's a scavenger hunt with a video game.
a
Good
video
luck,
game
everyone.
fact, when the Ninja Turtles NES game came out, they gave you a Pizza Hut pan pizza coupon. That's
I was
why
asking if it was from back then.
it's probably
Yeah.
the same coupon.
Yeah,
No.
right.
Nobody
Expires
uses
in
that.
1992. Oh, you mother.
so
Man.
Could have
Besides,
been
like,
worse.
get-
Could have been
get the
Little
free thing
Caesars.
from Pizza Hut nowadays would suck anyway.
I have
like,
one of those near
Their
me.
pizza, everything was
Caesars?
so much better when it was like a sit-down restaurant.
Oh, I like
really
Little
was.
Caesars.
Cardboard.
But so anyway, like Leo said, it's going to be available tomorrow for digital. But if you want to get it physically, you can get it at Limited Run Games.
Is it a console game or
That's
Console.
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
console?
Yeah, like,
it's
If you go to limited run games.
Limited
that's what
Run
it is.
Games, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it for Xbox, PS4, and
Oh, it's
PS5.
cross.
yep,
and
and
Switch.
Switch.
Oh, and Switch. I'm sorry. Yes.
So,
and
so
Switch.
it's all the consoles, Jeremy, and it's it's very similar to the old like Turtles 4-player fighting game.
It looks an awful lot like
maybe
the
the
arcade
arcade
game.
one.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
like the
arcade game,
actual arcade.
Turtles
like,
in Time and stuff like
The
that.
cabinet. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like
Yeah.
like straight more like the cabinet game. That
Like you
would
can
play.
have 6 players play this.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
it's like-
Turtles in Time was
6
similar to
players?
like the arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
And the
Turtles in Time,
Manhattan
my God.
Project too, right?
My friend Fabrice had Sega Genesis and the Manhattan Project, and I had Super
Oh,
Nintendo.
it's on Game
and Turtles
Pass,
in
Tom?
Time.
Yep.
Good to
Oh.
know. I have Game Pass.
It'll be on Game
Well, it
Pass.
sounds to me like you're gonna have that game pretty soon too, bro.
I'm still debating whether
dude,
to play
Game
it on the
Pass is
Switch
great.
or the PS5. I'm still deciding.
I used to do that shit for PlayStation. It's awesome. I love being able to like
Fuck yeah.
Speaking
pick
of
any
that,
game I want and shit.
fuck Xbox and fuck Xbox.
Whoa.
I mean, do I
I'm
have
saying
to?
that now, Leo. Now that I have a PS5.
That's assault, brother.
No. I don't know if you saw the new games that came out, but one that looks absolutely fucking so awesome. The Rick and Morty style shooter. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think I saw something about that like not like a couple months ago. Just
No, okay, the video. Oh my god, I gotta play
Oh,
the video
you have a
for you.
PlayStation, huh, Leo?
Yeah.
The
Don't
I
say
might be
anything yet.
confusing
Don't
it
say
with,
anything because you have to
we all
might be
make that
experience.
confusing
choice
with
no,
the-
no,
with
no.
the
I was
VR
talking
game.
about a different PlayStation game that they announced, but you can show your trailer. But I wanted to mention this.
Oh, anybody
Oh.
do the VR stuff?
I have VR for PS4, but I'm actually not much of a gamer.
My kids have
'Cause I
the
don't have a-
Oculuses.
I don't have a space where I can dedicate it without like
Yeah, that's the
encroaching
tough
upon
part.
my wife's stuff. I don't think it's fair.
I've punched walls and stuff.
Well, no,
So-
not only that. Like, I don't want to take over like our main like viewing television when that's
Definitely.
time that we could watch things together and stuff, as opposed to like me just zoning out in front of a screen or strapping. And I'm talking about me personally. That's what happens. I get sucked in because I get hyper focused. Oh, we can hear it. You want to show it to us? Or...
Yeah, no.
All right, guys. Here's the link. Now let's all watch it at the same time.
Yeah.
Viewers, you good luck figuring out where the fuck we're watching it.
Oh my god. Hopefully this is it.
I agree, Tom. I play
Selling
Okay, so
humans
it's
with
just
drugs.
rolling.
You're the only one that can stop them. You realize we're gonna have to take out the entire alien drug cartel.
You're just gonna leave me here in what, space?
Everybody lives in space, including you. All right, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friends. They're Gatlians, just like me.
Hey, why are you squeezing me so tight? How about a little dinner first and some bubble bath maybe first? Look at us, relax away. Oh yeah, that's one of my children. They die fast. Don't worry, it's easy to make more. Hey there, I'm Knifey. Dad, yes, more, I need more stabbing.
Everyone, fight each other!
Well, okay. Now I can.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that they called it High on Life, because I legitimately, while watching that, thought to myself, I am so glad that this technology and this games like this did not exist while I was in high school, because I would not be a functioning human being right now. I
Yeah.
did enough like acid in high school to kill a
Educational
pony,
games.
so that would have just like that game, that would have broken me. That looks equally as fun as it looks. That's exactly as horrific as it looks to me as well.
Oh yeah.
That walks a fine line, man. I'm good.
So this one might be a little tamer. The one that I saw when PlayStation did their state of play announcements is a game called Stray. I sent Leo the
cat one.
Yes, I
You're a
sent
dog
Leo.
catcher, and you have to
No,
see
no,
how
no,
many
no,
dogs
no.
you can put down. In
I
a
sent
week.
Leo the trailer. Maybe he can pull it up. But basically, you're a cat, and you have to find your way back home. But there's like these drones and trying to kill you, but you have to like do cat things to find your way back home. So you can hide in boxes.
Lick
you can-
yourself.
Put your leg back behind your head.
Yeah.
Destroy the
Lick your own
ecosystem around
ass.
you by
I
killing all
just
the
got
other
really
animals.
interested in this game.
That's actually like the high level move. That's one of the goals to reach in the game. Like,
So
Oh, yeah. They showed this before, haven't they?
Yeah, they showed us this was like a PS5. It was supposed to be like a PS5 launch or something like
Yeah.
that.
yeah, but they delayed it. But it's coming out like in a couple months.
Yeah.
But
Every now and then you get a weird game like this, like that Goose Game or something, you know.
yeah, this looks like the type of game that's very hard to categorize.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, listen,
Oh, you get to purr.
I know that
Yeah.
joke wasn't good for you, but for me, it was perfect.
I mean, you also get to do the clawing thing too. I mean, it's. I thought it was cute when they announced it.
Okay, so
Now,
what's messed up about it?
Is this out, meow?
Huh?
Right meow.
No.
What were you asking, Leo?
What's messed up about it?
No, there's nothing messed up
Oh
about
no,
it.
he was saying this one's tamer, man.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
The
Get
art's
some
kind of
Q-tips.
nice.
You want me to send
Yeah.
the
I thought it was
Connecticut?
cute.
Where's the
That
cat
cat
destroying
looks a
the
little creepy,
ecosystem?
but
You can tell that cat's feline pretty good.
oh,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Was there any other games that were released that look there was
Have
like
you guys heard of this new Connect 4 game?
Well, back to limited
Love
run.
Connect 4.
Back to limited run. They
that game.
did a big like announcement. Besides the Shredder's Revenge, they announced. Leo, you may know about. Back in the NES, do you remember a game called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure that was released on
Yeah.
the NES?
I mean, I'm familiar with the franchise as a whole. Absolutely.
yeah,
never played the
obviously,
game.
we all know the movies, but they made a game. Like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They made a movie
That
based
must
on the
be
game.
Great.
Actually, I have the cart.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
So what they're doing is they're porting the game for the NES and the Game Boy in a collection, and people are tearing the shit apart on it. But it's coming to the Switch, the PS5, and Xbox. But
Like,
they're
tearing it
also,
apart, like it's just like it's garbage.
yeah. I mean, but if you appreciate like retro consoles, like me and Leo do,
Oh no, I'm just asking. Like you said, they're tearing it
Like,
apart.
tearing it apart. Yeah, like
I didn't know if that meant like that it wasn't a good port, or if it, you know what I mean, like if it was
Or they're
actually
like,
they
give
don't
me
like
more.
that
I'm looking for
partic-
something.
yeah.
different.
Well,
What
it
is
was made by
like,
LJN.
What did they
and
expect? It's an 8-bit game, like.
Well, it was made by LJN, and in the 80s and 90s, LJN made a bunch of movie to license video games, and at the time,
Hey, that guy is
I
like
made a
George
rule
Carlin-esque.
back when Shaq Fu came out to never buy a game.
I'm sorry,
that
Steve. So you were saying it was made by LGM?
LJN. They were a
LJN, I'm
toy
sorry.
company, and they made like
Oh, it looks like Paperboy.
They made like the wrestling games and stuff like that. Yeah.
but they
like
did a
the
bunch of
games.
movie tie-in video games, like they did Back to the Future famously, and they did
Back to the Future games.
Is that a zombie or something? What's going on?
so in this you
Go on
have
the
to
grass.
Looks like
find
Native Americans.
You can't go on the grass.
What is
no.
it, Steve?
What's
In
going
this,
on?
what is it you have to find?
You have to find like a historical figure in the time period, but you have to give him find the item related to the figure and bring him back, which does it,
Which gets really weird when he goes back to ancient Jerusalem.
yeah. So and the
And
way
this one Roman guard is like, "Hey man, you got like 3 extra nails I could use."
and the way LJN does it is kind of like with when they find Julius Caesar, you have to give him a bottle of Caesar salad dressing.
Nah.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense. But kind of
pretty
similar
cool,
to the
though.
Back to the Future game, you're
Yeah, that
Mar-
part actually looks good.
you're
Hey,
Marty
is this-
McFly in the Back to the Future game, but you're skateboarding through the town of Hill Valley, and you have to collect clocks. If you don't collect the clocks, you fade out of existence.
That makes sense. I remember that clearly in the movie where he had to collect
around
and
stealing people's
consume
clocks.
clocks in order to
Yeah.
keep from fading into nothingness.
Yeah.
Just had
So
a list full of
basically,
watches. Just-
Are you sure you can eat that? Oh yeah, I've got time.
it doesn't. It's for.
So
if
was
you-
that the end of the game that we just saw with the two
Yeah.
of them on stage?
Oh, they won.
just-
We won the game.
Woo!
You just saved yourself
Spoiler alert,
$40
Leo.
and saw the game yourself.
Hold on, that cost $40
For real.
to play that. God damn.
Sorry.
But the other thing they announced, if you are a fan of the 3DO, and I know Leo probably has one
Ooh.
hiding somewhere, but
No.
they made,
I have
I
it.
have an emulator.
had
It's like it's
one.
not hiding. It's right over there.
but
I have an
they
emulator.
Hold on, a 3DO? What?
Yeah. Yeah. It was
It was back in the 90s, early
90s.
Yeah. It was a
I'm not
wicked,
sure.
Jaguar.
it was a wicked expensive system. CD only.
Bonk came out on it.
But they released Limited Run Games is releasing a game called, and the game is deemed as one of the worst games of all time, but Limited Run Games is remastering it 4K upscale, and it's called Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
No,
I remember you saying
I
something
remember
about that
Last
a couple
year.
of months ago. Yeah, yeah.
Last year, but they delayed it, and it's officially coming out this year.
3DO 3DO made some okay
That-
games. There was
that was actually one of the games that's made them start doing the ratings, wasn't it?
No.
no, I think it was Way of the Warrior.
Yeah, but not like parental advisory. Just this game is terrible. Stay away from it. Just the guy stands over by the video
The
game.
Mortal Kombat was one of the
No,
games.
don't buy
gave
that
birth
one. It's
to the-
awful.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
yeah.
I'm pretty sure both of them had something to do with that. Hold on.
What about Leisure Suit Larry? No.
Well, that was
that
TV,
survived.
oh,
That they redid that one too. They they made
while
it for like
Yo-Yo-
PS2 or something.
While Yo-Yo's looking up a couple real quick games that Limited Run Games is doing in the future, they're remastering Glover from the N64.
At the time he's doing this, that's amazing. Sorry.
And that's pretty much all I got from that, besides the Shredder's Revenge.
when are they going to remaster Horde with what was the guy from Family Ties? Not Family Ties.
Michael Gross.
No,
Michael J. Fox.
What was the Family Ties look like show? Oh, Growing Pains.
Growing Pains.
Alan Thicke, Kirk Cameron.
Kirk Cameron, yeah.
He's a Jesus freak now, though.
Yeah. Oh, he was one when that game
Well,
came
yeah,
out. And
he's been one for a while. Him and his sister Candace are both like.
Hey, let them do
I
their
mean,
thing. I
no,
mean,
no, yeah.
It's as long as it doesn't hurt anybody,
Well, that's where some of
yeah,
it
and I
gets a little
think-
scary.
Yeah, exactly. And I prefer to let's keep it
Yeah.
let's keep it light and breezy, kids. At least for right now. I mean, we've already talked about like Obi Wan, so enough of a fucking bummer for tonight, right, guys?
What about The Offer?
Oh my fucking god!
yeah.
I cannot believe how much I love this goddamn show.
Just real quick, this is the ad for the Horde.
Way to fucking go into a new topic.
Sorry.
We're like, oh no, wait! Don't talk about that just yet. I'm going back to the thing I mentioned 2 minutes ago.
Being a ruler is a difficult business. I thought you could handle it, but I see that I was wrong.
Shall I alert the executioners, sire?
No, the cook.
Oh, this reminds me of like a Sega CD game.
Yeah, it was 3DO, and I think Saturn.
Saturn was a really good system. Oh my god.
Of the realm, and grant you vast tracts of land in the Shinto plains, along with the use of my mighty sword, Grim Thwacker. It served me well in defending the kingdom from the evil, insatiable, terrifying horde.
Make it stop.
That
dude playing the king was so fucking pissed when he did not get the call back for his audition at Mr. Belvedere. Every single time he turned his TV on, fucking, what was it, like ABC on Tuesday nights, he would hit, fuck them.
Night
Fuck
Trap.
all of them.
My
I hope
apologies.
everyone on that
Night
fucking
Trap.
set dies of
Night Trap
syphilis.
was because it's a similar type of game.
Oh, Night
Night Trap. Was
yeah,
that Sega CD?
Sega CD, and it was
It was
a
like
game
the live
specifically-
action stuff shot, and it was like
Yeah.
people creeping into a house, and it turns out they're like vampires.
Yeah,
Is that
it was the
Yeah,
girl
that-
from
That game was scary as fuck, dude.
Limited Run did do a release of
Yeah.
that, and I have the box, and they did come with a VHS of it, of all the footage, like all the clips, and
Oh, cool. I'll just travel back to 1996 when I had a VCR.
well, the game wasn't
Thanks,
that,
Limited Run.
the game wasn't that scary. It was more for horn dogs. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like girls in
Oh,
skin.
listen, when you're a young kid and you're playing it at fucking night, it was fucking scary. Believe me.
and the case for the Switch was in a classic 3DO or Sega CD case. So
Yeah, and
Oh, that's pretty dope.
what's her name
I
from
like
Different Strokes? She was in it.
Different Strokes.
Dana Plato.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dana Plato. That sewer shark game was scary though.
Sure was.
Know that one.
I remember seeing that and I was like, oh God.
Everyone's like,
Sure.
you betcha, Leo. Well, let's just sit here tacitly until somebody brings up another topic.
Okay, so The Offer. Is everybody caught up on it, or
Yes. Tomorrow's the final episode.
Oh my God, the show is so good.
Yeah, it
Really
is.
is. Like I can't believe it. It's fucking, it's incredible. I mean, honestly, Matthew Good has blown me away as Bob Evans, the head of Paramount. Like,
oh yeah, it's like he got sucked out of like that era, you know, just like
Bobby, baby, you gotta listen to me. I know what I'm talking about.
It's the
like,
same with Dan Folger. Like, Dan
I'll tell
Folger
you when I've
great
had enough
as,
cocaine, and that's not coming anytime soon, baby.
It's the same with Dan Folger. Dan Folger's great as Francis Ford Coppola.
he's going to be at Terrificon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who, Francis Ford Coppola?
Dan Folger.
I'll be there with bells on and a bottle of wine.
Coppola makes his own wine.
That's why I would bring the wine, ply him. Want some tasty wine?
So we're
good, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
Pop the cork on this bitch. Let it breathe.
so yeah.
Tell me how you got all those effects in Dracula. It looks expensive, but I know it wasn't.
So season finale tomorrow.
Yes, and likely series. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
they don't need to continue.
Well, no, they
on.
need to do one on Godfather.
No, they're still
right?
straight up. They are still calling it a limited series.
Yeah.
Like there's no season one.
I mean, if they're desperate and need another season, they can do the third Godfather 3.
But this has just been absolutely fantastic. I have just been so impressed with everybody involved, and usually I'm not really enamored of Juno Temple's performances, but she did a really great job. I will say, with the sheer number of actors that I recognize are British in it, it's very clear that they shot this in Great Britain. Like, there's way too many British people in it for it to actually be in America or even Canada. But holy shit, man. Like, everyone is just on top of it. Giovanni Ribisi, I never in a million years. And I should know better because he's a fantastic character actor, no matter how whacked out some of his personal beliefs may be. Hail Xenu.
Who did he play? I'm not familiar with the
Columbo. Joe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Giovanni Ribisi.
Okay.
That's why I like you, Reddy. Because we don't gotta talk about that. Like, that's Giovanni Ribisi? What the fuck? What, he eat nothing but McDonald's for a month and a half before he went to the suit fitting for this fucking thing? Holy shit. Like, I've been doing, it's like Krusty the Clown. I've been doing nothing, or Homer, drinking nothing but shakes all the time.
It wasn't
shakes,
McDonald's,
right?
It wasn't McDonald's.
What?
It was Olive Garden.
Oh yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, it's just been fantastic. If you like the movie The Godfather, you love the movie The Godfather, I highly recommend seeking this show out because the backstory behind it is really super fascinating, and especially when you marry it to what you know of occurring in the story for the movie. Like, it's crazy to know what went on just like 25 feet this way. It's pretty cool, I gotta say. And Miles Teller does a really fucking good job as the main character.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I think about the affair.
I'm doing a live unboxing right now.
Oh, what? Live
unboxing.
Yeah, my wife just brought me the mail.
Oh.
Well,
your mail gets there late.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I'll mute myself.
So
10 o'clock, my God.
So
yeah.
I want to know what I got in the mail.
Me too.
Anyone?
What game is it?
What's up, Steve?
No, I'm waiting for Leo's unboxing. I don't know whether to mention it now or wait till Leo's done unboxing. I'm kind of.
No, mention it.
Tell
He's
us
not
now,
listening.
Steve. Tell us now.
Anyone?
Leo's like, oh, I guess it's my. Oh, nope, I can't show any of you people this.
Am I the only one that saw Jurassic World Dominion?
Yeah, but tell me, how good was it? Because I'm really excited for it. Because I like dinosaurs.
I thought it
I'm a
was good.
5-year-old.
I don't understand why people are train wrecking the hell out of it.
Oh, really? Is it being called a train wreck?
No, people are giving it negative scores. People are saying it's one of the worst movies in the Jurassic franchise. But
could it be worse than 3? I mean,
they're tying now. This is what I like about it. Jurassic World was retconning The Lost World and 3.
Yep.
This one ties everything together. That's what I like about this. Because they say
it's kind of like an ending.
Yeah, they're saying it's the conclusion of the Jurassic era.
Yeah.
That is what I like about this. I was with my my cousin.
I even watched the cartoon on Netflix. I don't know what's wrong with you people.
Me and my cousin, we love the Jurassic Park movies. We saw the first one in the theater.
Disliking Jurassic Park is wrong. That I don't fucking want to be right.
But
I love dinosaurs.
That's awesome.
I thought it was good. You know, every character had their own set of, you know, it was paced very well with each character. Each character had their own set of screen time. I was very happy that Jeff Goldblum was in the movie longer than he was in Fallen Kingdom, because if he was in there shorter than he was in Fallen Kingdom, not only would I throw my theater chair across the fucking theater, but I would walk out and ask for my fucking money back, because that's what pissed me off about Fallen Kingdom. But he was in there.
Wait, shorter in Fallen Kingdom. The dude's like 6'4". How fucking tall was he in that movie?
He was in Fallen Kingdom for approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I had my stopwatch on.
Sounds to me like you should be happy that you got 1 minute and 41 seconds instead of 1 minute and 40.
Longer than that. Longer than that. Even longer than that. I was even happy.
I'm just busting chops.
No, I'm happy he lasted more than 10 minutes.
He lasted more than 10 minutes? He's a god.
That means 11 minutes. Don't get your hopes up.
It just
10 minutes, 32 seconds. You got me on a technicality.
But if you guys like the Jurassic Park movies, if you guys like the Jurassic World movies, or if you don't like Jurassic World movies, or if you want to see the original Jurassic Park characters in this movie, then this movie's for you. I really recommend you guys check it out. I mean,
I'm gonna. As soon as it hits Pluther. As soon as it hits Pluther, I'll be there.
You guys start talking about Jurassic Park, and all my brain here.
Oh, Moon Patrol! I used to love that game. That's beautiful.
Oh, is that the one where they patrol the moon?
Raiders of the
Raiders Lost Ark. Nice. We finally found out who this Raider dude was. Shit. Steve, are you Steve?
Whoa.
Steve can turn invisible, guys. Dude. Hey, pick up a cup. I want to see it.
We can hear you, Steve. Can you hear us?
If you see a light, go towards it. Go towards the light, Steve. Christina.
I see Leo's Raiders, and I raise him.
Oh,
you got an ET?
Yeah.
Oh, would you drive out to
did
a
it come
ditch
out
in
to the
Arizona
desert?
for that?
No, I found it at Retro.
Jeremy and I said the same thing, just in a very different way.
Just curious, how much did that cost you?
The box, $10.
Oh, good.
Oh, is it just the box?
Yeah, the cartridge I got separately.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
How much did the cartridge cost you?
$10.
Okay,
Oh,
it's not bad.
Yeah. I'm just saying, sum total, like for a complete set.
I've told my
Send
wife
your
that,
check or personal money order too.
I told my wife I'm going to stop buying games for a bit because I kind of went a little overboard.
You guys were calling me for some reason?
Oh, no.
You disappeared.
Yeah.
When we came back to everything,
All
of a
of
sudden
us.
you just weren't there. And
Donkey.
nice. I love
Damn.
Donkey Kong Jr. You weren't there, and I was like, oh my god, Steve can turn invisible. Lift up a cup. I want to see it float. Like it literally word for word what I said. So sorry for everyone who already heard me say
And
that.
you didn't
shit.
lift the cup, Steve. That was a bullshit fucking thing. Brandon
Couldn't
just
lift
wanted you to lift the cup.
Couldn't lift a finger, let alone a cup.
It's fake news.
But yeah, long story short, check out Jurassic World Dominion. It's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Or
gonna
don't.
check it
We're
out,
not your supervisor.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I was just gonna give it a little time before I went to go see it. I did see Top Gun though, which was fabulous. And I think we mentioned that last week.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have a show last week, so that would have been 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Nah.
John Cena.
Oh yeah. Yep. So what's coming up
Can't
next?
see him.
Coming up?
Yep. Thank you, Yo-Yo.
What were you saying? What's happening here?
Yeah,
What's coming up?
so we got Lightyear coming out this week, right?
Oh yeah.
Not something on my radar.
Elvis comes out next week.
I thought it was already out.
Not
Says
something on my radar.
June 24th. That's on your radar?
No, that's not something on
Oh,
my
okay.
radar.
Umbrella Academy comes out. This season
Yeah,
3.
22nd. Yeah, that ought to be pretty good.
Thor is July 8th.
And tickets are on sale already.
Yeah.
Tickets are already purchased already. Cha-ching.
Hey, if my co-host wasn't in the hospital, I get his tickets, but I'm gonna ride solo with this one apparently. So
I'm sorry. What's going on with your co-host?
Yeah, is he okay?
Okay.
I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
Okay. That was so nonchalant. I was like, wait. But okay, afterwards.
I thought he was just feeling a little under the weather. I didn't know he was in the hospital.
God. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, back on track.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thor is coming out.
Paws of Fury. That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, the superhero dog and cat there, or dogs.
DC League of Super Pets is July 29th.
That looks funny.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yeah. And then Bullet Train is August 5th.
That one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that looks like it could be a pretty fun flick. Go check out. It's one of the guys that did John Wick, right? Or is it Deadpool?
Yeah.
I think Deadpool.
Well, we got a shit ton of trailers last week. I mean, we got a Black Adam trailer, and Rob Zombie dropped a Monsters trailer.
Monsters teaser.
Teaser.
Yeah. What do you guys feel about that?
Bored as
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Like I want.
As I said when I initially saw it, you can't spell underwhelmed without meh.
Yeah. It was the opening of the Munsters show.
Now, as someone who's a fan of Rob Zombie's music, I knew this was inevitable for Rob Zombie to do, because if you've seen him in concert,
absolutely.
And you know his songs, one of his songs is named after an iconic Munsters vehicle, Dragula. And when you see him in concerts, he in the background, he has the video of Herman Munster going ape shit in the Dragula vehicle. So he's a huge Munsters fan. Him directing one of these Munster movie was
I think he actually owns the vehicle there from the fucking show, but yeah.
So it was inevitable for him to do. But the casting,
Are you inviting us to DQ?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
I'm not excited to see Sherry Moon Zombie as
why?
It's pretty much
Herman looks
anyone
weird.
that was in his movies before he's casting. That's
Well,
like
it's not. I'm not worried about the casting, but it's just like Herman. Why does Herman?
Herman looks like
a doofus.
Yeah.
I mean, do you not? I mean, not for nothing, but do you not remember what Fred Gwynn looked like as Herman? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, have you played this?
What do you? I mean, what? Hold on, I'm just. I actually had no problem with how Herman looked in this whatsoever. I didn't even mind the grandpa necessarily.
Grandpa looks all right.
But especially like the one line basically that you get in the entire teaser, like he actually, I was like, okay, Grandpa seems like Grandpa, but I don't like when they show it in color. It was
Yeah.
fucking terrible at the very end when it's in like real.
I think that
world.
was a harken back to the Monsters movies that they had in the 60s and 70s with Monsters Go Home and Monsters Ride Again and all that stuff.
I mean, I feel like it's more in line with that's what the movie's actually going to look like. I don't think he's going to shoot it in black and white. So, because the thing is, like, even
Garrett
the
would have been a
later,
great choice.
even
for him.
the later incarnation in the 80s, early 90s, the new Monsters, it followed the same character design. So, those colors, that palette for each one of the characters and what have you, that's clearly established. So, I don't think it's a throwback necessarily. It's just like, oh, that's what the characters need to look like.
Yeah.
As the technology advanced for video too, Herman's makeup through colorization got bluer and bluer to a point where it's like more gray, deadened and ashen looking than straight up green.
I mean, every time I see the grandpa in Monsters, I can't think of the Al Lewis impersonator in Gremlins 2.
Color by Pop Culture. Fantastic. Great job, gang.
Well, it'll be interesting. I mean, you know, I enjoyed the Monsters when I was a kid. So, you know, so I'll give it a shot.
It's Rob Zombie's first PG movie, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, finally.
Yeah,
that's
Brad
what
Garrett.
I wanted from Rob.
Yeah, but Brad Garrett's also like a pretty old dude.
Yeah, but
he's
hold
probably
on.
up there
Wasn't
now.
didn't they try to redo? They tried to redo Monsters, and it was Brad Garrett, right?
No.
Did they?
Yeah,
No.
I remember
They did?
seeing Monsters reboot.
I know they rebooted.
No, they did an
Archie and
Adams
stuff.
Family reboot.
They're doing another Adams Family reboot Wednesday. What's his name? Johnny Depp's favorite director.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton's doing it for Netflix, I believe.
Why?
Yeah, no, Brad Garrett was not.
Yeah,
Herman.
Monsters today, 87 to 91.
Brad Garrett?
It went for
Wait,
3
no,
years.
hold on.
I thought that was a different dude. Like he's been in
no,
a bunch
there
of
was-
shit.
Oh, Here Come the Monsters. Was it Here Come? No.
Monsters Today. That's the one.
Here Come the Monsters. Oh,
Yeah, John Schuck. That's the guy who I was thinking of.
No, Edward Herman. That was what I was thinking of. Edward Herman as yeah, it was a made for TV movie, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had
No, but as we were saying though, Brad Garrett, he's up there, right? I mean, he's got to be pushing 70.
I would say close.
yeah, so this was it was a Monsters reboot.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's 62.
That wasn't that great of a Herman either.
No.
So
Sworn Brad Garrett.
Nope.
What the heck?
Your mind is playing tricks on you, Leo Pond.
It's
Sinbad was the genie.
I know. It's that what is it? The
It wasn't
Melvin
a genie,
effect?
man.
What is it? Not the Melvin effect. What is it?
Mandela effect.
Mandela
Mandela
effect, yeah.
effect. It's the Berenstein Bears.
Baron.
Oh, no, it's definitely Berenstein.
Oh, you know why I thought he did that? Because he did an imitation.
Looks and
of Herman
sounds like Herman Munster.
Oh yeah, that's.
Sorry. He does
Probably
though. I
does a
mean,
great impression.
oh, he's done it numerous times on talk shows and stuff. So, I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's kind of a gimme, right?
Yep.
Well, Leo will be happy when I say this. I'm excited for the Black Adam trailer.
Oh, the Black Adam trailer actually looked good.
Your faith in DC is disturbing, Stephen.
or lack thereof.
Lack of
Is-
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be happy to hear him. I was excited for it.
Well, yeah, but when it comes out, I know you'll be, trashing DC at some point.
You don't know that.
You don't know me.
He'll
You
trash,
don't know my,
he'll
you
trash
don't know
someone
what I
that
what,
deserves it. How about that?
I like Steve's reaction. You don't know that. Stranger things have happened.
Aha.
Speaking about Stranger Things, have you guys watched everything from Stranger Things?
I
I'm
have
on
not.
episode 2.
I have.
All right, cool. So Steve and I have, and the rest of you guys
So,
have.
so is it good? Is it good?
It's
Yes.
fucking superb.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes are great.
Yeah, man, you should watch the rest of them.
I'm working on it. COVID, god
Wait
damn
till
it,
you
I
see
went in a
how
way.
the rest of this fucking part goes, dude.
I will say,
It's gonna knock your
I
socks
watch
off.
everything in segments. Like I've got Peaky Blinders going on right now. I got Stranger Things, friggin' Miss Marvel, this thing.
The Offer.
It's the Offer. I haven't even started that. Like Jesus Christ, there's so much to
Apparently,
watch.
Yeah, but
Paramount
it's-
Plus made Jeremy an offer he could refuse.
I will.
I was waiting so hard for that show to suck, so critics could use that. I was ready for a barrage of reviews using that same tired ass joke. No one. So
I
was
will.
like, damn it.
I will say, Brandon, there's one particular song that's used in this first volume of season 4 that I got to give them credit. When the songs they use in these seasons, 1 through 4, so far, I'm a sucker for 80s songs. I love 80s songs and 90s songs, but the soundtracks that they use is fantastic, and it brings 80s artists into the limelight again, and especially one certain artist who is now trending on the charts again because
Phil
of one.
Collins?
No.
If you guys are talking about that one song that nobody's ever heard of, even from the 80s, and like it's
All right,
trending, I'm
listen. For
still
anybody who
going like,
no,
what?
listen, what he's talking about, is very prevalent throughout this part of the season. It is an interesting choice.
Yeah,
But it is
it is.
very like synth, and then Pet Shop Boys and The Cure heavy. It's like weird. It's so strange.
But it's the original version. Because it's been
I was
covered
honestly
before.
surprised that they made like the big climax song Friday I'm in Love. It was like it subverted so many expectations. Like your jaw will drop when you hear like the thing I just partially spoiled for you.
But
I'm just kidding. That has nothing to do with anything. They don't play The Cure. They don't play.
Oh, fuck
Pet Shop
off,
Boys in
Brandon.
it.
I was actually happy for The Cure.
but
Oh, I wish I had said Depeche Mode.
basically what I'm trying to say is I get excited when these artists from yesteryear go onto social media and say thank you for making my song, trending again after so many years. That's what I like.
Please buy my Best Of album, now available on iTunes, Amazon Music, and any place else you can buy songs and shit like that.
Available
Thanks.
on cassette and CD.
Where can I find it?
Track.
I usually hang out behind the local
Strawberries.
mall in my van.
Oh God, I miss strawberries.
8-track.
Ooh, I loved 8-track. 8-track was fun.
All right,
My first car had
all
an
right,
8-track
Mr.
player.
Peabody, jumping in the fucking Wayback Machine here.
My grandfather had one I used to listen to all the time when I hung out over there.
My first car had it had AM radio and 8-track.
Dude, it was so cool. You could skip right to your songs, like just by a push of a button. I was like, why did we go to cassettes? I'm like, this is bullshit. I love these big cubes that you jam in there. Yes.
Nothing like punchable music.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Take
season's
that,
good.
radio. Now play my music. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. It won't happen again, sir.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to volume 2. Can't wait to see that. So
But you will. You'll have to wait.
You have to wait.
Yeah.
no,
It's
obviously
gonna
we
be
all
soon,
do.
though. Yeah, it's coming out very soon though, so it's not that long.
We're about to
I-
get a dry spell of TV because like everything's like
Will there be though?
Well, then I'll be able to catch up on everything.
yeah.
Mark the time. It's June 15th. All right.
Well, so
I've heard Leo say this numerous times over the
I
past
just
like, year
went
and a half.
over Netflix.
We're about
is
to have a
at
dry
least, like,
spell, everybody. I don't know what we're going to talk about for the next 3 to 5 weeks. We'll fill the time somehow. You guys like riddles? Well, it doesn't matter because we're doing an entire show dedicated to them.
We're gonna play Shadows Gate live.
Maybe you will. I will be spending time with my wife, watching TV and hanging out with my dogs.
You know, I just I did a game night with my some friends, and I found a game that they brought over called Cards Against Star Wars. It's a Cards Against.
So the cards are fans of Star Wars?
No, Cards Against Humanity Star Wars version.
I wonder how that goes.
It's
Is there a special edition where there's just a Bantha doo-doo in the box?
No, it's they meant the Bantha Dude is one of them. I mean, it's you can play Cards Against Humanity online, like you can get the cards and do it online with friends, but this is like the box where you get the cards. I don't know if you've ever played Cards Against Humanity before.
If you're playing it online, how do they guarantee that you're playing against humanity? What if it's like an alien race or something?
Well,
I'm gonna shut up now.
That
Wow,
Google
you're living in
computer
a
might be
fucking.
sentient.
There's a very strange Outer Limits episode you were living in, Leo. Little did he know.
Yeah.
That
Actually,
the card game he was playing online would serve to save or doom all of mankind. What the cards?
Actually,
for
I've been
humanity.
watching way too many paranormal shows. Like Skinner Walker Ranch is like awesome. Absolutely love it.
I had a feeling it was gonna be something like that. No, like, sorry guys, I have been fucking smoking way too much DMT lately. I just can't get enough of this stuff. I'd mix it in my coffee if my wife didn't keep hiding the fucking bag on me.
Any of you watch Skinner Walker Ranch?
No. You'll ask again in 2 more weeks too, and I will tell you right now, my answer at that point will still be no.
What is it?
Oh God, this is exactly how the conversation went last time too. Jeremy was like, "Skinwalker Ranch." Those 2 words combined to pique my interest. Tell me more, Mr. Leo Pond. And then Leo's like, "Oh well, you see, it's like about these lycanthrope, blah blah, this that. It's go ahead. It's like Discovery Plus bullshit." Right?
Oh yeah. Discovery.
Yeah,
Plus.
see,
I love
now you remember. Fucking core memory all of a sudden. Yeah, Jeremy remembers the
trigger
conversation
words.
about Skinwalker Ranch now, but he can't remember how to fucking drive around his neighborhood without taking a left. Like, oh, how do I get home? You have to push out some information to make room for that. We've all been there. I just witnessed it. It was amazing.
But in 2 weeks, there's a Jack Osborne has been doing these like paranormal specials. He's doing one on Bigfoot.
Wait, hold on.
Jack Osborne.
Jack Osborne, like as in Ozzy Osbourne's
Yeah.
son?
Holy shit! You want to see an awesome show?
Yeah, but I have a feeling you're not about to tell me about one.
So I'm a sucker for these shows, but they've done 2 seasons so far, and all it is Jack Osborne sitting on a couch with his mom and dad. They're watching paranormal clips, and it's just him trying to convince them into to the paranormal. And to see Ozzy's reactions, it's like, oh, it's he keeps on calling everything what the hell did they do? Double exposure on cameras.
Double exposure.
But it's like video, like 2 fucking seasons of this.
What you just described sounds exactly like the type of room they would set up to torture me in hell.
What you said sounds like an episode of the like a season of the Osbournes, which
I loved that reality show. It was such a train wreck, and the way they ended it was hilarious.
Well, if you get a chance, it's on Discovery Plus. It's I forgot. It's There's a bunch of different Osborne shows, but yeah.
A bunch
Did
of
any of you
different.
did any of you
There's
guys actually
different
watch
cameras
the
set up all
Osborne?
throughout the house for a different show. Every room's
I
a
have
different
to
show,
give
you know.
Well, I mean, Jack
have to
Osborne has been doing a bunch of paranormal shows. Like
Then get a new hobby. Jesus.
he does portals to hell.
How much
weekly.
demand is there for Jack Osborne content?
Apparently there
He
is.
has several programs
Dude,
running.
he has 3
All
shows.
different criteria? How interesting is this motherfucker? It can't be that interesting. He cannot. This dude is so far a cry from the Dos Equis guy. Fuck out of town.
he has 3 separate paranormal shows right now on
Okay, so
Discovery
it's
Plus.
the same show, just like with 2 other people on each show with him.
Well, so
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Hang on. Is one of the episodes trying to find the Bats family is he trying to avenge one of the Bats families that Ozzy bit the head off the bat from like 1981?
No, but one of them is friggin' hilarious because he does ghost hunting.
Oh,
but he's like scared as shit at times. So
Then why do it? This is just
it was so this week's episode, there's this room where they say there's a portal, and he's like sitting in the closet, and he hears like a big scratch like above him and a bang, and to see him like run to like where the camera people are was hilarious.
Has he received an affidavit from ghost hunters yet? Because this seems like copy and paste.
Have you seen the paranormal shows? Everybody's copying ghost hunters. Like, there's so many friggin' paranormal shows.
Once again, why is there so much demand for this kind of content that people are
Leo
copying
watches
and
it on
hating
multiple
one another
monitors.
over it?
You got
Yeah,
people
Leo
like me
watches
watching the shit out of all of it.
He's like,
on
oh,
multiple
Jack
monitors.
Osborne.
Yeah, I know, right? Leo's over here like, yeah, no, I agree, man. It's so stupid, and I mean, I only
But I
watched like
love
17 of them. those other 30.
I'm watching it right now.
That
You
is-
don't know.
That is a bridge too far, sir. No, thank you. 13 Jack Osborne shows is enough for me. I think anything else is just overkill.
So he has the 3 series, and then he's doing one-off specials. He did like one on like UFOs, one on.
Wasn't this dude
Ghost-
diagnosed with like a fucking horrible illness like
Yeah.
7 years ago?
Yep.
And we're all like, oh no, what's gonna happen to Jack Osborne? Poor son of a bitch is gonna lose all kinds of motility and mobility.
Supernatural man.
And now he's like, I'm chasing ghosts. I'm like my father, except I don't drink or sing. I just chase after ghosts on 4 different shows. Good for you, you curly-haired weird person of a weirder rock star. Like I don't know what to say to that. Like I don't know how I could react positively to that. If somebody were like, Brandon, sit down and watch this, I'd be like, what the fuck did I do to you, man? Did somebody tell you I was talking shit in the driveway outside? Admittedly, yes, but that's still no reason to do this to me. And if I wasn't before, you bet your ass I will be when I leave. Oh my god.
Well, I know.
Sharon! Sorry, guys.
No worries, no worries.
They actually ended the reality show in a funny, smart way. They pretended like Jack was having these sleep terrors where he would wake up and kill the dogs and shit. And like they ended the series like them being like all in on the joke of the reality series. It was really kind of fucked up because you're sitting there watching like why like people thought like, you know, dude had some serious problems going on, and you know, turned out it was a joke on the audience.
Sounds like a real knee slapper.
It was, you know, like watching dogs die. Come on, Brandon.
Well, I mean, not since they made me
I
take all
know,
the medication. But I'm not allowed to go in the woods by myself or be by myself with my dogs. But that's neither here nor there.
No, it was just an interesting way for them to end it.
Certainly, it sounds interesting. I mean, I just have no use for like reality TV personally. It just scares the living shit out of me. I was exposed like really young to like Fahrenheit 451, 1984. Like I was like a real bibliophile as a kid, so I was a voracious reader of whatever I could get my grubby Irish fingers on. And I read those books when I was in like 5th and 6th grade, and then followed by like Lord of the Flies. And by the time my voice cracked, I had zero faith in humanity. Like I was like Lord of the Flies was like just like the final book in that trilogy, and I was just like, what is the world going to become? Oh no! Oh, everyone's terrible. Oh, perfect. The world does suck, and it's just proving me right. You know, it was just
A lot of optimism there.
yeah, so much. I just like it, for me personally, it was kind of like when reality shows started creeping into our programming here in America. I always enjoyed like the actual real documentary style series, like the real type of shit. But like what passes for that now is full blown reality television. And I know people personally who have worked on a lot of these reality shows, and so much of it is like sliced and diced in editing to make it look a certain way. But I just think it speaks so poorly of a society that is so full of like manufactured drama in our daily cultural lives that we feel the need to turn on a television screen to get a dose of reality. Like
I would hope most people aren't watching it for the actual reality.
Did I just not tell you about I have no faith in humanity?
I would just hope.
I would love.
Hope most people would.
Listen, I hope it, but I don't believe it. I hope it, but I don't believe it. It's like the best way to state that.
No, you're right. Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because I've met people. I've spoken with them.
That's the end. I met people.
Yeah, if somebody were like, "What's your review of Humans?" I'd be like, like 2.5 out of 5.
Made it this
Would not
far.
recommend.
The one thing I have to say, it's both funny and scary that Idiocracy has gone from like a comedy to a documentary.
That's getting there, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Bronzo. It's got electrolytes. He wants to put toilet water on the plants.
It's got what plants need.
Fucking stupid.
We're getting more.
But yeah, so
welcome to Walmart. I love you.
God. So yeah, just shift gears so we can kind of close out and what have you.
On a happy note.
Hopefully. Apparently they have actually made moves towards the Thunderbolts movie for Marvel Studios.
Director.
Yeah, they announced a director for it. And that's a pretty big deal. Thunderbolts in Marvel Comics was a group of well-known villains who changed their outfits in aliases and presented themselves as a new team of superheroes, sort of be like on par with the Avengers. And it was like revealed over several issues that these heroes were in fact like villains that you were familiar with already. And Baron Zemo was the one who was the ringleader. And Zemo, of course, yes, he would mesmerize them with his dancing. That was his ability. But yeah, he was their ringleader, and clearly we know that they brought Zemo back in with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it would seem likely, considering that we saw Val get John Walker to become U.S. agent, and it seems as though Yelena Belova is going to take over the role of Black Widow, that it's going to be for this Thunderbolts team. And they may actually name it after General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who was played by William Hurt in the movies, but who unfortunately passed away earlier this year. So I think that they're going to like weave quite a few things that we've been seeing all together so far and get this going. And it's going to just add like another layer of, what the fuck, and hopefully establish some pretty solid villains moving forward that can act as foils for our main characters. because that's one thing that Marvel is sorely lacking is good villains through and through that they can go back to or visit for the first time and make interesting and dangerous.
Yeah.
That also had I forgot the character's name. Wong was training with him.
Abomination.
Yeah, Abomination. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was part of that too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They were all like analogous to the Avengers.
Yeah,
for the most part. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they have everything line up in the MCU to sort of do like the government funded mirror version of the Avengers, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I'd be interested to see how Zemo factors in because of his whole stance on superpowered individuals. You know, like, somebody's gonna take him out. Might as well be me. Like, oh, you Zemo. Yeah, so I mean that could be pretty cool, and the fact that they're doing like a movie and not a series. I mean, they're really like letting the groundwork they're laying in all of these other things set up going back into the cinema. It's not solely reliant on going to Disney Plus to get just like a full story altogether of a group or a person.
Yeah.
I like that. They're not gonna try to stay with 6 hours of something to explain it overall to you, so that way now you've done your homework for the next 3 movies. Oh, thanks, Disney. I know that there was talk of a Joker 2.
Yeah, and Lady Gaga as
I like
Harley
her
Quinn.
as an actress, don't get me wrong. Is this necessary that we're bringing Harley Quinn into this kind
Now,
counterpoint, is Joker 2 necessary?
Well, yeah.
Was Joker necessary? I mean, I had already seen Taxi Driver.
Let me ask.
Oh, that's Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn. We finally get to see what would have happened with Jodie Foster's character.
Let me ask all of you comic book nerds a question. The title of the film is Joker 2 Folie à Deux. Now, I know French, but I don't know what Folie à Deux stands for. What does Folie à Deux have to do anything? Is it like a comic book term? Is it like Joker related? Do you guys?
I took Latin for 3 years in high school. I don't know how do you spell folly at the beginning.
I don't remember how they spelled it. F-O-L-L. F-O-L-I-E.
Folie à Deux.
D-E-U-X. Yep. I don't know if it was a comic book term or something like that.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
So it's the working title.
It's a delusion or mental illness shared by 2 people in close association.
That explains.
So it's like, crazy for 2. Thank you.
That explains why Harley's in it.
Yeah, that explains it.
Well,
I couldn't be less interested in this movie.
yeah, I didn't see the first one. Second one, probably not going to do it.
I enjoyed the first one.
First one was good.
That doesn't mean
First one was okay. First one was okay. I'm just saying, like, there's no need to.
It's not what I'm looking for in a Joker movie myself.
Well, when they said
I'm looking for superheroes and stuff, the real world stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the whole psycho analysis.
Let me ask you this: have you read Joker by Lee Bermejo?
Lee Barrymore? Yeah, the way you said it, I don't think I've read it by him, but I've read it by Lee however.
I say Bermejo, you say potato.
Yeah.
Oh, potato, tomato, tomato, potato.
Have you read his Joker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay, so is there a point to that question?
No point at all.
Oh no!
We're just reading.
Jeremy, do you like movies about gladiators?
Yes, I do.
No,
Oh, next question.
I mean, Joker. I found it's a good that
Well,
Joker story was a very good interpretation of the character, and I found that the movie did actually quite the same. It's a different story, but it really focuses on the character, and by the end of it, there's different ways that people can see the movie. Like me and
well,
you can see the movie
Yes,
and see totally different
but
things.
as Brandon
but that's but that's
takes
but that
said
but
it,
that.
like
Oh,
I've
sorry. Go
seen
ahead, John.
Taxi Driver. Like I don't want my Joker without my Batman. I want my universe, my Joker and Batman all together and stuff like that. If like it's kind of a what was that other one
You
that
want your peanut butter and chocolate.
well actually I like peanut butter and chocolate,
You
but
want your MTV, damn it.
I think it's White Knight or something like that they
Yes.
put
Oh,
out.
that's excellent.
It's a great story, but it's not my Batman. And
Well, that's fair,
while I
but
liked it,
I
and
will say though, with Batman White Knight, it is clearly labeled as Black
oh yeah,
Label, so like
absolutely,
which, and I know you know that. I'm just
yeah,
stating
no,
for posterity.
and I loved the story, but when it continued on to like I think they even
Curse
have
of the
like
White Knight.
and
Yeah.
all the other ones. I was like, well, I
Heck,
read the first
I
one. It
will
was
say
cool.
Curse of the White Knight, and Leo can definitely back me up on this. Like, I am not like the biggest Batman fan, but a good story is a good story as far as I'm concerned. Curse of the White Knight, I was impressed with both of those books altogether. Like they are actually very well done. I didn't think that Curse of the White Knight was actually gonna be good, let alone excellent. And sure enough, by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, all right, so fuck me, I guess. Like I really,
well,
I was,
that's another thing. I don't want to be proven wrong.
Correct me if I'm
Be like,
wrong,
God
but
damn it, I like this. Like with Rick and Morty, it took me 5 years before I would watch that show.
no,
And
I
then
get that way
kicked
too, though.
myself in the ass.
I'm like the same way, Jeremy. Like, oh, you got to check this out. You got to check this out. I'm like, fuck you.
Do
I
I?
don't have to do anything.
No.
Have you seen Solar Opposites?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that
So I just want to say one thing with Joker. So what I really enjoy with it is it's treated like a Black Label. It's all on its own. It was a really enjoyable movie. If they do a sequel, it's okay, but it's not tied into anything else. It's just a story all on its own, and that's what
But
I'm
does the sequel need to happen?
No.
Okay, here's the thing.
I mean,
the sequel doesn't need to happen. It does not need to, because I feel like that story as it was is very it ends well. And like you said, Leo, I think leaving it on the question of like, what happens here, you can interpret it how you want at the very end. Okay, that's important to the overall story that's told in that film. If you make a sequel to it, it automatically takes the question out of what you saw. And it loses that same appeal and mystique that made it so good to so many people to begin with. But also, just take away for a moment, just think about the fact that we all know what like a Black Label out of continuity story is, okay? But pretend you're a general audience member, like someone who is like, obviously aware of superhero movies, and you may have seen like a few of them, but that's really as far as your knowledge extends. You don't know anything about how these comics really like work together or apart from one another. And you see the Joker, but then you also see
the Batman,
a connected DCEU, whatever you want to call it, DC Films verse. And we're going to end up getting, a different person in an actual Batman movie playing the Joker almost simultaneously. That is the kind of thing that pulls away, and you start to, one, cannibalize your own audience, and two, you're going to galvanize that same audience, because there's going to be some people like, no, I prefer this, and then others, I prefer that. It's like, you're all supposed to be on the same fucking side. Like, this isn't even about comic book fans. Like, you're talking about the same characters, the same company. It's bad enough that we have people fighting over imaginary bullshit anyway when it comes to like Marvel versus DC. Like, whatever, man. But if you start doing that, it's going to be so divisive, and people are just going to be confused on top of it. Like, so wait, do I need to see this in order to see that? Well, why is this separate from that? These characters are in like a completely different era. Why is this taking place now? But this looks like the late 80s. It just seems needlessly confusing. And I feel like that's the kind of thing that David Zaslav, who came in from Discovery, is trying to eliminate with their productions. It seems like a weirdly backward step to make a sequel to that when they're clearly on the cusp of trying to make everything a bit more coherent. I don't know.
Well, all we know is it could possibly get canceled. It's
It probably won't though. That's the thing.
well, no, I mean,
So
because
many people actually want it. Like,
well,
they'll
I don't
go
get-
for
I
the
thought
money.
they were.
I
Go ahead,
just
Yo-Yo.
don't get why. I just don't get why.
Well,
Like, it was a good thing. Just let it be its own thing, like what it was.
Yeah.
Don't keep trying to make it like. Don't try to keep milking it,
Yes.
because eventually it's going to just be like powder coming out. That's nothingness.
Yeah, and not only that, if you're a fan of the Joker, right? Okay, straight up like, oh, the Joker is like a character I'm really interested. And that movie that Todd Phillips did with Joaquin Phoenix really grabbed you. Do you want to see them pull in Harley Quinn right away in what could be a continuing story for that same character? Or do you want to give that character a little bit more room to breathe and cause mayhem, and then maybe bring her in towards like a potential third movie, and that's how you would end the Joker trilogy? There's something to be said for, expecting a character to be sort of front and center in their own movie. It would be fucking hysterical to me if that happened to the Joker with Harley Quinn coming in and he gets sidelined, because it's like, oh, shades of Batman 89, anybody? But it's
they're also saying it could possibly be a musical, which I just don't get that.
What is that?
No.
Is that
No,
even
is it-
possible? Does Joaquin Phoenix sing?
They're gonna replace him with Bradley
Well,
Cooper.
you're gonna have Lady Gaga singing, and
fuck
Why?
and then Joker dancing to it.
That would be good. I'd be down.
I
I like a good
Just
musical.
make it a music
Maybe I
video
will
and call
watch
it a
it.
day. Just make a goddamn music video and call it a day.
No.
I'm going. I'm going to see it.
Just make it a fucking music video then. Make it a music video for one of her goddamn songs and call it a day.
I'm never going to be able to unremember any of this. This is fucking horrible.
For someone who likes musicals, you just savor that moment.
Why would I fucking okay, listen, just because something is a musical doesn't mean I like it. It's not like an automatic. You like movies. Do you like all movies? Nay. All right. That's not how it works. I like musicals, but I like
Not
certain
everything
musicals.
musical.
I like the ones I like. There are certain musicals that I wouldn't watch again if you fucking held a gun to my head. I'd be very hard pressed to watch Carrie the Musical again. Thank you. No, I'm good. My God, what's a musical that I was subjected to as a child that I absolutely couldn't stand?
I loved
man.
Crybaby.
No, I was like raised on musicals, and I know. Oh, the Flower Drum song. Oh God, my mother watched that. And I fucking hated it. I blocked most of it out because it was like fucking torture to my like 6-year-old ass. I'm good.
So you have musicals you hate. I have movies that I hate. And up until
Carousel, Rogers and Hammerstein, the fucking worst. Oh my God. I felt my life like slipped from my body for about 5 seconds while watching that movie. Sorry. Sorry, Steven.
I have 3 movies that I hate. Up until, and I still hate these.
And
3
they're all
movies.
DC movies.
No, they're not. Shut up.
Follow that bird.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Unfortunately, I had to review one of them last week for our 200th episode, but one of them is The Devil's Advocate. I hate that movie.
This interview is over.
You can hear our 200th episode on why I hate that movie. The other movie is The Relic, and the other movie is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
All right, Relic and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, I will absolutely give you. The Devil's Advocate, how dare you, sir? How dare you?
All right, I will save
Al
you.
Pacino is the devil.
And Keanu
No,
Reeves.
it's not because of that. It's the demon effects that distort people's faces. As someone at 10 years old that saw this movie on
Not
TV,
once in my life while watching that movie was I ever like, man, this movie definitely hinged upon those demon face effects, and I'm glad they pulled it off.
terrified me as a
But it did
kid.
its job.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed
Oh, that
to
movie
do.
sucks.
It gave me nightmares.
You should be
Fuck
clapping for
that
it.
movie. But the
Wait,
ending.
I'm just gonna hold on, give you nightmares. I'm just gonna real quick. I'm gonna just check out what genre The Devil's Advocate is in.
PG.
Okay.
And I just have to say, there was something you said. I think it was like I forgot what it was, but I have the stupid.
Oh, look at
song.
that! The very first genre, horror. What's the definition of horror? I'm just gonna look that up real
Is
quick.
it scary?
So what I was gonna say, I forgot what you said, but I have the song "Catch the Pigeon, Catch the Pigeon."
Oh no! Stop the pigeon.
Oh, stop the pigeon.
Yeah, I know all the words.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fucking Dick
Oh,
Dastardly.
for some reason that popped into my head. Yeah. Yep.
Civil War, man. Fucking weird shit.
I
By the
will.
way, just hold on, just before we go on. It turns out that the definition of horror is an intense feeling of fear, shock, or disgust. I don't know, Steve. Sounds like mission accomplished on The Devil's Advocate.
I will give them credit on one thing, and it's the finale between Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves when they're
Oh, with
going
the
at.
lightsabers. That's pretty cool.
No, when they're yelling at each other in Pacino's monologue. That's the one thing I like about the film, but everything else.
But does he do bullet time? You know, like
Kung Fu. Vanity.
okay.
My favorite sin.
I am the one.
There is no spoon. I should take my hat off for that one. There is no spoon. Wrap myself
Old
in a
man
fucking
yells at
bathrobe.
cloud.
Spoon is only an extension of yourself. Oh, you adorable little Aussie. I'm pretty sure that kid was Australian, right?
Sounded
He is
like,
now in my head.
it sounded like Taika Waititi.
Yeah. Wait, you have to realize there is no spoon. That's why it bends, because you can.
Oh,
use your
hey,
mind to do it.
Amazon Prime's got Paper Girls coming out soon, July 29th, I think. That's
Oh,
a Image comic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a horror based in the 80s.
Hold on, it's a show though, right? They
Yeah,
made
yeah,
a show.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bunch of girls riding around bikes, paper girls, and transported into dimensions, I believe, with aliens and stuff. I can't remember the comic book too much, but it seems pretty interesting. I think
Sounds like it left an impression.
Yes. Well, I have one of those brains.
Yes. Well, one can only hope.
I have one of them somewhere.
Speaking of
Where
It's
it
around.
is.
It's around here. I know. I left it in
God
this room.
damn it.
Where it is.
we
I
didn't
tell you,
even
I
bring
have
up-
the heart of
me
a
at the
little
moment,
boy.
but-
I keep it in a jar in my nightstand.
we didn't even bring up the boys.
Oh,
The boys.
the boys.
Yeah, it's I gotta say, man, this season so far, they have just done an excellent job with the whole satirical skewering of all things tropey about modern day superhero stories in live action media. It's fucking incredible. What's that?
I'm just loving that the people that they're making fun of don't realize they're being made fun of. Like, they're even enjoying the show. They're like sitting there being like, "This is
Oh, I
great."
know.
And I'm like, yes,
I mean,
yes, it is.
it's so funny because they didn't really do much of that until the end. They really put it in your face in a good way.
Yeah.
At the end of last season, when they really kind of pushed that whole Dawn of the Seven thing, and when it actually shows like Stormfront and Starlight and Kamiko, the female of the species, duking it out, and Frenchie straight up says the tagline from Dawn of the 70s. You're like, oh, I guess girls do get it done. I was like, oh, dude, that's actually kind of badass when you think about it. Like, it really is the three of them that are like super powered and just beating the shit out of one another to stop this. And like, they really leaned into it. And with this whole season so far, oh man, they have just pulled everything apart. And
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it so much more than I thought I would have. I'm glad that Eric Kripke is the showrunner on this, because Seth Rogen and Evan Goldsberg, who executive produced this, like did a lot of stuff alongside Eric Kripke to develop it. They screwed the pooch with Preacher as far as I was concerned.
I agree.
And I started to get the same kind of feeling with watching The Boys after having read and loved the comic book series. And now that I see how far they're going and what they're doing, what they're trying to do, it's fucking brilliant. And I really do think we owe that to Eric Kripke and not as much them. They may have the angle, but he knows the execution. And he is also, just like them, a genuine comic book fan. And the little asides, like, first of all, I mean, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldsberg have two characters named after them in the show. They're the ones that were the marketing pitch guys for everything. Seth is the actor who was also in that show Timeless on NBC that was created and run by Eric Kripke. And I am genuinely mad, mostly at myself, but kind of at the show for hiding Victoria Newman in plain sight, as well as Dakota Bob. I don't. Are you guys all caught up?
I am.
Yes.
Okay, so in the book series, the graphic novels, the comic books, the president is known as Dakota Bob, and Vic Newman, a guy, is Vic the Veep. And this whole time they kept saying Victoria Newman, and my brain just never put together Vic Newman because they always referred to him as Vic the Veep in the comic. That means she's going to be Vic the Veep. And Jim Beaver, who played Bobby Singer in Supernatural,
yep,
he's the one who's been playing Senator Robert Singer, the name of the same character he played in Supernatural. Giancarlo Esposito's character straight up said to him, he's like, you're doing incredibly well in the polls. Hell, they're even starting to call you Dakota Bob. And I was like, you sons of bitches. You've got to be kidding me. I didn't see it coming at all. And it's been absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to see where they move along, because now the divergence from the comic, I don't even care about. Bring on what the show has to offer.
I'm loving every second of it. This season, like, the shock and awe every moment is just like, oh, I love this. I love this.
It's excellent.
Yeah. Well, I know we ran late, so we'll wrap things up. Anything else you wanted to say before we wrap it up?
Looks like Werewolf by Night from Marvel Studios also got a director.
Oh, yeah,
so
I heard that.
That's in development. So, let's see what the actual MCU can do with a supernaturally themed horror-esque creature. And that way they can just give the giant, great big fuck you finger right over to Sony. Like, oh, it's so hard to make a vampire movie. Our dude turns hairy and grows fangs for one night a month during a fucking full moon. We made $1 billion. Yeah, I know, it's a real fucking mystery, isn't it?
And the tagline is "It's Wolfen time."
It's Wolfen time.
This guy, a real lunatic.
Roar.
Roar.
Don't go to the moors.
Roar.
Oh boy.
This guy's a real animal. Anyway.
Well, on that note, I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. For me, just Google Leo Pond. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. I'm not going to say which is which, but I run a little thing called the Dorkening Podcast Network. We got about 40 shows on a network. There's a lot of awesome people doing a lot of awesome stuff. So if you head on over to thedorkening.com, you can find all the latest episodes of all the shows right there. So you can check it out, see what everybody's doing, and seeing some awesome people doing awesome stuff. And with that, Steven.
You can find our award-winning show, Super Retro Throwback Reviews, on the Dorkening Podcast Network. I hear cheers. Thank you. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can listen to our 200th episode, which came out this past week, where I pulled my fucking hair out reviewing The Devil's Advocate, and we taste nuclear ramen noodles and so much more. Check it out. And like I said, we're on the Dorkening Podcast Network. And check out all the awesome shows on the Dorkening Podcast Network. There's more shows that are soon to be added. So definitely check them all out. I think it's up to 47, 48. I lost count after 40, but definitely check them all out. And I'm here every Wednesday.
Awesome. Yo.
Yo St. Laurent on Instagram is the only place where I'm doing anything at the moment, but who knows, that might change at some point. Of course, make sure you're following everybody on this amazing show.
Okay. Jar.
Comic book lovers, buy, sell, trade, and auction house on Facebook, and Jeremy Courtney on Facebook if you'd like to talk, maybe.
Brandon.
On Facebook, but Miss Jackson if you get real nasty.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Copyrighted material. Anyway, that's like as far as we can go with that before they're like, whoa. They paid for that? No, shut it down. Andre's gonna want his money for that shit. We can't fuck around with that business.
He's gonna want 3 stacks for it too.
All right. So my name is Brandon Powers, also known as Powerful Brandon. If you feel so inclined, come on over and check out the Powers Combined Facebook page. We're a group of dorks that just love sharing memes and info. Just there to have a good time, some laughs. Our number one rule is don't be a jerk. If you violate that, you will be booted immediately. You can find me here every Wednesday on the Dorkening Wednesday night podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My socials, Twitter at Brandon's Powers and Instagram at this Brandon Has Powers. I also am appearing on the upcoming, soon to be new to you anyway, podcasts bi-weekly coming out, switching off with the Dork Night with Leo Pond and Justin Cooper, where we discuss all things Batman. They are the tried and true Batman fans, and I am the dissenting voice of, dissent and then sometimes reason. We all need checks and balances. And then also Comics Paradox on the alternate weeks for covering tales of alternate reality, takes on characters and storylines that you may already love, such as Elseworlds, What Ifs, or even story arcs like Armageddon 2001 or Earth X. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. Thank you very much.
And actually, the show launched. We just have to add it to iTunes and stuff like that. So we'll
fucking iTunes.
I know. We'll
I'll get you next time, iTunes.
With that, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.